don't focus on what the competitor is doing. Yes, it's important to study the market. It's very important to understand who are the players in the market. But when you have decided to take a step in that particular segment as an entrepreneur, then the only thing is you got to focus on yourself. Don't is never compare yourself with others, because the day you start doing that, that's the day of your downfall. Because the moment you say, oh, I think he's doing better than me, oh, I don't have this, that means you're attracting the law of negative energy. So there's a book called The Secret, which I've been following for the past 15 years. And it's very, very powerful. Any entrepreneur joining starting the entrepreneur journey, I would strongly suggest to read that book first, because it's very important to have a very clear mindset. So the don'ts is never compare yourself, never complain. And I think that's, for me, these two are the most important, because when you have categorized these two as the most important, then you start reflecting on the positive aspects of life. Do's is, yes, of course, do your due diligence, market research, proper study as to where you're getting in. And the other important thing I would say to a young entrepreneur is knowledge. Relationship is very, very important. Knowledge, not in terms of your product. That's only this much. But knowledge is when you start reading a lot of books, when you start meeting people who are a lot more experienced and much above you. Keep the ego aside, sit down with them, act stupid, act dumb, you don't know anything. That's the best way to learn. So in a lot of meetings when I go, I do get that a lot, and they tell me, sometimes you go quiet when these guys are talking. So I said, yeah, it's better to be quiet. Sometimes you have to act dumb, that you don't know nothing, and learn as to how they're interacting and what they're saying. So it's important to learn. And yes, okay, one thing which I can tell you is helped me a lot in this 20 years of my journey is my friend circle. So if your friend circle are the type of people who are like, yaar mere paas ye nahi hai, yaar, ye nahi ho raha hai, just crippling about life, negative gossips, get away from them. You need to surround yourself with positive people, because that's how your mind is starting to evolve it. So I had to give up on one of my friends. I had a friendship with my friend for about 7 years. They were very, very thick. But I started realizing that my friend will only talk about how that person doesn't have cars or luxury or the brands. And I started feeling that I'm not going to learn anything from that person. So I really, with a heavy heart, had to give up on our friendship. And I said, I'm really sorry, but I don't think so I can hang out with you. So when somebody gets into this journey, most important, for me, that's the top. Who you interact with, who you surround yourself with. That's very, very, very important, because that's going to build your network. So if you're surrounded with positive people, if you're surrounded with people who are high achievers, you're surrounded with people who are only aiming at the best and the best and the best. In any industry, I'm not just saying has to be from that particular industry per se. Can be from any other industry. But if you surround yourself with people who are always learning, always positive, always aggressive in terms of what's new, I got to learn, I got to push myself up, you will learn a lot from such people. And that will always keep your energy positive. That will always keep you, revived, always keep you going. So get away from people who are energy drainers, I call them, who will keep pulling you down, and surround yourself with people who are very, very positive. That makes a lot of difference.